Student, welcome to TSN English class. Chapter 2. We are not afraid to die if we can all be together. So these are the last paragraph of your chapter. If we anchored offshore for the night, and the next morning all 28 inhabitants of the island cheered as they helped us ashore. Here he is talking about that we anchored means all of them were settled over there for some few hours or for the night, so that offshore near the coastline of the sea, and they settled over there for a night so that they can take rest. And the next morning all 28 inhabitants, and on the next morning after all of them waking up, the 28 people or the inhabitant of that island, they all welcome them and help them to for their situation. With land under my feet again, my thoughts were full of Larry and Herbie. The narrator is explaining his situation, that after few days he's putting his feet on the land and he's thinking about the two people, that is Larry and Herbie. And Larry and Herbie are American and Swiss people who make their journey more easy for them, and both of the nature of both of them is very cheerful, joyful, and they are very optimistic means positive at the same time in those difficult, direct stress of the situation. So in those difficult situation, both Larry and Hobby are very behaving in a very positive and joyful way. And of Mary, now he's thinking about his wife Mary, who stayed at the wheel for all those crucial hours. His wife Mary, she stayed at the steering wheel of the ship, so she can help his husband and Larry and Hobie to make the ship in the right direction on those hard hours in which they are suffering through that most difficult situation. Most of all, I thought of 7-year-old girl who did not want us to worry about a head injury. Now he is talking about his daughter, that is Suzanne, who is a 7-year-old girl, and she did not disturb her parents. Because why she is not disturbing her parents? Because she don't want them to disturb at all, because they are concentrating. She don't want to disturb them because they are concentrating to overcome that situation, which subsequently took 6 minor operations to remove a recurring blood clot between the skin and the skull. And at the same time, after that trip, his daughter is suffering from his daughter is having 6 minor operations or surgeries, so that whatever injury she had on her head, there is a clot form over there, blood clot form over there, and between skin and skull it is necessary to remove that clot so that it won't create problem for her in her future. And now he's talking about, in the last line of the chapter, he's talking about of a 6-year-old boy who was not afraid to die. He's talking about his son, who is Jonathan, who is 6 years old, and he's the most brave boy on that ship. That is, he's 6 years old, but still he's not afraid in that dangerous situation. He's giving advice or some kind of suggestion to his father, that in this situation, if we all are together, there is no need to worry, there is no need to afraid about that situation. We need to fight with that situation and overcome through that situation. This task was nearly impossible, but good seamanship brought them success. This is the story all about. They touched the Amsterdam at 6 p.m. on 6th of January. So next, I want to explain the chart of through this diagram of the ship, about the ship's this upper part of the ship, which we called it mastool, that is mast, which he holds its positions tactfully in the ship. This is the main sail of the ship. This side is the boom of the ship. This is cockpit. Here is bow, rudder, cabin and stem. By this diagram you can understand the main parts of the ship.